Hey everyone, thanks for watching. So today I wanted to film a everyday drugstore makeup look. So this is my everyday makeup. I don't have time for eyeshadow and all that crazy jazz on a day-to-day basis. So I figured why not just film something that is very affordable and is very simple. However, let me go ahead and throw this out there. My eyebrows, I use the ABH Dip Brow in Granite. I don't have a drugstore product at the moment. However, there is, my latest video is an eyebrow tutorial where I use a very affordable, I believe it's Loreal product, but if you guys want to take a look at that, I'll link that in the description box. But everything else is drugstore. If you guys want to see how I got this look, then please keep on watching.
So we're going to go ahead and start out with the NYX Dark Circle Concealer, and I am using the color medium. So I just like to dip my finger in the pot itself and then just apply it to my problem areas. I normally just use this on the dark circles in my eyes, so I'll just go ahead and keep blending until I am satisfied with how it is. And for a little bit extra coverage on other areas, I'll go ahead and use this concealer as well. So right here on my nose I was getting a pimple and I had some redness, so I just used that. Next we are going to use the Pro Concealer in Green. With this concealer, what I like to do is just cover up some redness. So I'll put it on some pimples, or if I have acne scars, or any redness in general that I have on my face, I'll just dab it on directly to those problem areas. And just by the look of the amount that I'm using, my skin has been giving me a lot of problems lately. So you're just gonna put that in. And then right now we are going in with the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge to blend all of that out. You don't have to be too precise with this because we're just going to go over it with foundation anyways. Speaking of, we are using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and I am using the shade 107. Alright, now going in with that same beauty sponge, we're going to go ahead and blend everything out. Just make sure that you are blending everything very well, especially the areas where you concealed. We don't want any of that color to peek through the foundation. You always want to make sure also to get the neck. We don't want any foundation lines at all, like I said. And I'm going to place the foundation over my eyelids as well. Now to go in with concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I believe it's the shade 10. So we're just going to start off by making little triangle shapes under the eyes. And this I do on an everyday basis just to cover up those dark circles. I will also bring that down to the chin, a little bit on my forehead, and on the bridge of my nose. For extra coverage, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild concealer. I'm not sure what the color is, but it does help brighten up my highlight a little bit more. And now to blend everything out, once again with that Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. And I'll go ahead and fast forward. Now sometimes to get in the inner corners of your eyes, you can't really do it with this shape depending on what sponge you're using, but with this one it's great because it does have a flatter side, so it helps me really get in there and put in and make sure that the concealer is in all the areas where I want it to be. So now that I look like a ghost, we're gonna go ahead and set that concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Coty Airspun translucent powder with that same sponge. So you just want to set the areas where you concealed. This way it does not move throughout the day and it does not crease. For extra coverage, especially for us oily gals, we want to go ahead, or I want to go ahead and get a little extra powder and then put that in the areas where I produce the most oil, which happens to be in my T-zone, but especially around my nose. You also want to put the powder wherever you concealed or highlighted. So that'll be a little bit on the forehead, on the bridge of the nose, and then on the chin as well. To set my face, I'm going to go ahead and use the LA Girl Pro Face HD Powder Foundation, and this is in the shade Soft Honey. So I just use this to set my foundation to give me a little bit extra color. So on top of giving me extra color, I'm setting my entire face and I'm also wiping away all of that bake. Now to contour, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild contour palette. This is in the color Dulce de Leche. So that contour shade, I'm going to use it to just warm up my face. This is just a little bit too light for me to contour, so I just use it as a bronzer. And I just like to apply this in circular motions just to give a more flawless look versus being a very harsh bronzing line. I'm going to add it on my double chin area as well, because I'm trying to hide that double chin. As you can see, I have a lot of chin to hide. And then going around towards the ear to give my face a little bit more structure. Now to contour, I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Face foundation powder in the shade Medium Beige. This is my favorite quote-unquote drugstore product to use for contouring. So using the same circular motions, we're going to go ahead and place that contour in the desired areas, which is usually just the cheekbones, and then I'll take this up to the temples of my face. Depending on what you want to contour is where you're going to place that contour. And I do have a highlight and contour video coming soon. Hopefully I can get that up within the next week or so, so stay tuned for that. So here's where I'm going to bring it up to my temples. So because I have a wider face, I like to put it on these sides versus on the in the front or on the top of my forehead, only because I don't have a big forehead to contour. And then as you can see right here, I'm just going around my cheek. In order to contour my nose, I pinch my brush and then I'll just dip it really quick in that same contour shade, and I'll just bring it down the sides of my nose. And this is just an everyday thing. I don't go too precise with the nose contour like I would on any other day, but this is just an easier way for me to contour. And now just really quickly, I'm going to go back in with that Coty Airspun translucent powder. I'm going to make sure that I have no creases on my eyelids and then just set my eyelids with that translucent powder. Now to highlight under my eyes, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl matte foundation in light beige. So as you can see, I'm just going back into those areas where I initially concealed / highlighted. And I'm bringing this up a little bit closer to where the contour is just to make it look a little bit more flawless, quote unquote. Now for blush, I'm going in with a NYX blush. I forgot the name of it, but I will make sure to link it down below. And with a Real Techniques blush brush, I'm just going to put that on the apples of my cheeks. And then we're just going to go ahead and wipe away that translucent powder that we used to set our lids. And I'm not going to go in with any eyeshadow because on a day-to-day basis I usually don't. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in for this part. I'm going to use the NYC liquid eyeliner. This is my favorite, by far favorite eyeliner from the drugstore. It's really, really nice. It's really matte and it's also really cheap. It's only about, I believe it's $2, so it's a win for me. Now we're just going to go ahead and wing out the other side. As you can see, I made a little boo-boo, but it's okay. We can fix all our problems. Now for mascara, I'm going to go in with the Rimmel London Scandalized mascara. And I usually just put about maybe a coat or two. So I'll do one coat, switch over to the other side, and then go back in for a second coat, and then usually that's all I need. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know that the clip of the application of the lip and the highlight for some reason deleted. So for highlight, I used the Makeup Revolution highlight, and then for lips, I went in with a Jordana Rockn Rose lip pencil.
Alright guys, so that completes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up. Other than that, thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.